the SS Cotopaxi was a steamship, named after the volcano of the same name. It set sail on November 29, 1925, under the command of Captain W.J. Meyer and disappeared on December 1. It departed from Charleston, USA, bound for Havana, Cuba, with a crew of 32 people. The Cotopaxi was a cargo ship, carrying a gross cargo of 2,351 tons of coal, which was highly valuable at the time. On that first day of December, it transmitted a distress call picked up in Jacksonville, Florida, suggesting that the ship was facing a storm and might sink. The vessel was officially declared missing on December 31st. Despite the distress call indicating a shipwreck, it was presumed to be yet another disappearance in the Bermuda Triangle. Hundreds of planes and ships have been lost there, and while some attribute the disappearances to geophysical phenomena, many believe in supernatural stories. Over the years, the SS Cotopaxi has been the subject of speculation and theories, such as the one depicted in the 1970s film Close Encounters of the Third Kind, where, in fiction, the ship is found in the Gobi Desert, presumably left there by extraterrestrials. It was then, on May 16, 2015, that the Cuban Coast Guard announced they had found a drifting ship, completely rusted. The vessel was near a restricted military zone west of Havana, and after numerous attempts to make radio contact with the crew, the Coast Guard sent 3 patrol boats to investigate closely. Upon arrival, they were surprised to find that the ship was, in fact, a steamship nearly 100 years old, identified as the Cotopaxi and name famously associated with the legend of the Bermuda Triangle. There was no one on board, and the ship appeared to have been abandoned for decades, suggesting it could be the missing freighter from 1925. A thorough search for the vessel led to the discovery of the captain's navigation log. It was indeed associated with the Clinchfield Navigation Company, the owner of the SS Cotopaxi, but it provided no clues about what had happened on the ship over the last 90 years. Cuban expert Rodolfo Salvador believes that the book found inside the ship is authentic. This document is filled with valuable information about the crew's life before the disappearance, but the entries abruptly ceased on December 1, 1925. Despite the SS Cotopaxi being a steamship originally built to navigate only lakes and rivers, during the first great global conflict, a significant number of large ships were requisitioned. As a result, several smaller vessels had to undertake extensive continental journeys to meet the demand for maritime expeditions of that time. In 1918, the SS Cotopaxi was supposed to embark on a journey from Philadelphia to Salvador, Brazil. However, it ended up running aground in the Bragança Channel while passing through northern Brazil. The ship had to jettison approximately 400 tons of coal into the sea and arrived in the capital of Bahia extensively damaged. A distance of about 4,000 miles. However, the Cotopaxi simply wasn't destined to sail in peace. In 1920, another accident disrupted the tranquility of the crew aboard the vessel. After departing from South Carolina loaded with coal and nearly reaching the port of Havana, it collided with a tugboat, causing the tugboat to sink. Surprisingly, the ship itself remained almost intact. 5 years later, the ship was supposed to repeat the same route. However, on the first day of December, Captain Meyer tried to communicate via radio with any nearby vessel, warning that his ship was slowly being flooded with water. Despite the distress call, it took until December 31st, the scheduled day for its arrival, for the absence of the vessel to be finally noticed when they noted the delay in delivery. They had disappeared. Despite the drifting ship's encounter being widely reported on social media and news websites at the time, today the Cuban Coast Guard denies the incident. And 5 years later, in 2020, Michael Burnett, producer of Shipwreck Secrets, a series on Discovery Science, decided to investigate the case and seize the opportunity to ensure the fame of his program, which was in its early stages. He recruited the British historian Guy Walters, who was responsible for gathering information about the SS Cotopaxi. After the team gathered documents, explored the ship's route, and the location where the distress call occurred, they concluded that the Cotopaxi had been found 35 years ago in the city of St. Augustine, outside the Bermuda Triangle. The ship was identified by a diver who found the wreckage, but since there were no details at the time, they named the vessel Bear Wreck. According to Burnett, the ship's dimensions, length, boiler measurement, and general machinery orientation confirmed the vessel's identity. Quickly, this new version of the story spread, and there are few records on the internet of the previous appearance in Cuba. And you, do you believe in which version? Could the drifting ship have been an invention or collective hysteria? Could a new narrative have been crafted around a random shipwreck outside the Bermuda Triangle to help erase the bad reputation of that place? Amidst these uncertainties, the truth about the fate of the drifting ship remains shrouded in mystery, challenging the boundaries between reality and speculation. These and other cases are showcased here on the Mystery Machine channel. If you enjoy this type of content, please subscribe.